Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. My name is LuvGangster, and tonight We've got a hot one for you. It's the Megs. It's boosted, by the way. Number 1 v number 2. And I'm joined alongside the sizzling Abizzle. How you
Yo,
feeling tonight?
man.
Yo.
Yo. How many viewers you got right now?
I think I have
Are
about
we in
50.
double digits?
I think we are in the 2 digits. Yes, I see. I
Oh,
think 15 or
sick.
16. So yeah.
Double digits. I feel popular.
What are you gonna do now that you had this newfound popularity? Is it gonna go to your head or?
No, I'm not like that. Everyone, stay polite, stay nice,
Uh-huh.
and join us in Discord.
Join us in Discord. Oh yeah, come join us in the Discord here, folks. We're gonna have a cast with everyone who wants to join in. We're gonna have like a 15-person cast. So if you guys want to join in on that, come into the caster booth number 2. We're gonna have a big one because we are doing boosted. By the way, we're doing Megs. We're doing the 2 teams, best teams in the league so far by record. Maybe not by I don't know, memes or whatever, but. Abizzle, tell me a little bit about these 2 teams. I know you watched the Megs last night in preparation for this cast because you're a good boy. Okay, you wanted to
Oh
prepare for
gosh,
this one.
yeah.
So tell me a little bit about these teams.
So here's what I'll tell you about the Megs. When I first saw their team name back like 2 months ago, I thought it was a reference to that movie.
Which
You know
one?
what I'm talking about? Like the Meg,
I'm gonna have to Google this.
the big giant shark movie.
The Meg.
Megalodon? Meg?
What kind of movies are you watching, Abizzle?
Dude, I don't watch that kind of stuff. But commercials pop up everywhere.
So this is like Jaws except a bigger shark.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's what I thought this team was based off of. And then I saw a picture of Meg from Family Guy, which was a completely different direction than what I expected.
Right. Well, it makes sense that the Megs would be maybe a part of Family Guy because they do have Lord of Lois, and Lois is, of course, a character in Family Guy. So we talk a little
Oh
bit about the
yes, of
Megs now.
course.
Let's talk about Boosted, by the way. So we all know about Boosted, by the way. Number 1 team. They're coming in against the Megs, the number 2 team. What do you think is going to happen tonight, Abizzle?
So I think we're gonna see 3 maps played. Then we're gonna see 4 maps played.
Okay,
And
I like it.
if we play our cards right, maybe
Uh-huh.
we'll see a 5th map.
Ooh, you think 5 maps tonight, huh?
I'd love to see 5 maps.
Now, do you really believe in your heart of hearts that we're going to see 5 maps, or is that just being nice, you know?
That's what I want, but I rarely get what I want, especially when it comes to Owlet. So we'll see.
That's for sure. I gotta move these names around. All right, so now we're into Oasis, in the beautiful Arabian area, so Abizzle. Have you ever traveled to the Middle East?
Yes, I have.
Really? Wow.
It's was not my best trip, but traveled through it a few times. Been in there once, all the sand and all the stuff. Not exactly pleasurable by any means.
What was your best trip then?
Best trip is probably Spain, Ibiza,
Ooh,
partying it on up. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You a bit of a party animal, Abizzle?
Closet party animal. Yeah.
Closet party animal. Okay, you don't want to come out of the closet for the parties just yet, but maybe soon we will. So, okay, we're gonna be going into a sort of goats v. I don't even know what Panda Bear Kev's doing. So, what do you think about these team compositions so far?
So this is pretty for Megs. This is what I expected. They ran the goats in game 1 this week, and we got, I don't know what to say this is for boosted. They weren't streamed, so I couldn't see them ahead of time. But we got Delicious leading up to the center point here. And let's see how this first fight goes.
Yeah, for sure.
Got a lot of good spam damage coming out of Zach. Usually don't see him on the Pharah, but still a great DPS for their team.
Well, big pin coming out there from Delicious. Puts Fancy Bunny into the grave, and now he's going to be swinging a little bit. He misses, and he's dropping down below, so it looks like Megs has an opportunity to walk straight at them since they don't have a main tank. They're protecting him, but looks like they're just going to chill and wait.
Yeah, it looks like Megs may not have picked up on that opportunity there.
Yeah, for sure.
So now they're retreating, but not too many losses, although Trash Panda is pretty close here.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Lokai right now. He's standing here on the flank trying to get as many shots into the enemy team as he can. He almost has that bob up, and actually with that, he's going to get his bob for this team fight. So let's see if he can use it alongside Zach.
Oh, yeah, there it is. I was just about to say, I hope Megs are keeping track of this right here because they built up that ult so fast, and they got a good stagger there on Fancy Bunny.
Yeah, Zach just got, I think, like a 4 or 5k there. I heard a Pinta kill, so...
Yeah, it's pretty standard for him, but it's well done.
And we see Delicious hiding here. He's watched Danger Man 26 play, so he's ready to do the sneaky shatter. All right, how many people is he gonna get in the
Oh
shatter?
my god.
He's gonna
Oh
get
gosh,
4.
he got the 4 of them. That's fantastic. He won't be able to do that again on this map, but
You'd be
if
surprised.
if you guys know Delicious, he's certainly gonna try.
You'd be completely surprised because Danger Man has himself has been able to get 3 or 4 shatters like that in a row in the same area. So, you know, you'd be surprised how many times you can sneak up behind people and get shatters. So now we have, just looking at these two teams, the ult advantage still goes the way of Boosted, by the way, which is absolutely impressive. They've only been using 1 or 2 ults and winning these team fights. So we'll see what they can do here. Fancy Bunny has his shatter, but Panda Bear Kev has his grab. We'll see which crowd control ult does better here as Fancy Bunny runs on the point.
Oh, you're trying to counter shatter with the grab, and we got, oh wow, everyone's using every ult. What do we have left here? Everyone but Delicious is ulted.
Yep. And
oh, Loki's got his ult too. That's my bad.
And Cat still has ult, yeah. But looks like nothing is doing here for the side of the Megs, and Lord of Lois gets staggered there at their spawn. They have to get back. There's only 8 ticks left, so do you think they're gonna be able to get there?
I think someone's gonna be able to touch it. Yeah, definitely that Lucy there on the side, but we'll see what happens from there.
You say there's a Lucy on the point? Yeah, there's a Lucy on the point, but able to get 1 kill. Actually, they might be able to take this. I mean, they've gotten 3 kills already, so it's kind of a even fight.
It's the closest team fight they've had yet.
Yeah, but now Mimi with his ult gonna be able to pick up Trash Panda, and now everyone's falling like a house of cards. I don't know if they're gonna be able to get on point. They are able to get on point. Fancy Bunny's on the point, 50% ult charge, but looks like he's gonna go down in just a second.
Yeah.
Wow, actually Cat is gonna
they
frag
turned
out.
It around. Good survival. Great job by Cat to get the 2 picks there with the Fancy Bunny shield, keeping him alive.
For sure, the Kitty Cat and the Bunny Rabbit combining their forces together for good and not for evil, getting the 3K in order to take back the point. So, as a support player yourself, Abizzle, tell me what Cat did right.
He hit his shots, man. That's what all it comes down to.
Just hit your
I'm a
shots.
support player, but I have such bad aim. Cat did so much better than I would have in that situation.
Oh, Cat getting stuck out there from Zach. So when we take a look at Flamia, she's got her boost. She's got her HGH, she's got her nano. Let's see if she's going to give it to Delicious here in this team fight. Although she's going to be able to take out Lord of Lois. Wow, they don't even need to ult to win this team fight. Looks like they're just going to win the point easy. So we see
looks like Pseudo showed up here.
Pseudo's right there. What's up, Pseudo? Actually, no, that was a good grab because he made sure that Magic Cat wouldn't get on the point.
Oh, that's fair. Okay, yeah. Try to keep him off the point when he already went off.
Exactly. It was big brain.
My apologies to Pseudo.
No, not your apologies to Pseudo. Your apologies to Kev, okay?
Yeah.
Of course, Kev was taught grabs by Pseudo from Oasis
Pseudo,
Esports last season. So, lots of blocks from Delicious there.
So, you were talking about Cat and Magic Cat, but man, we got a full zoo in the house tonight.
Exactly.
We got Trash Panda and Panda Bear Kev, so...
Yeah, and we've got Fancy Bunny, we've got Sid. We've got a lot of animals here. You know Sid the animal?
Sid the animal? Tell me a little bit more about that.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of an animal. I guess, is Lokai an animal? What is a Lokai?
Lokai is a beast, man.
He's
Lokai's a beast.
Don't do that. It's gonna make his ego really big. So don't say nice things about him. Okay. I'm gonna look at Lokai this team fight though, since we've been talking about him. He plays Ashe a lot nowadays. He used to play a lot of Windowmaker, but now he's getting smacked in the face and dove on by the Winston. So let's see if he can find another spot. He's going 1v1 against Cat, and it's about an even trade. But now he's got to get over to the side, make sure he doesn't die. Excuse me. So right now, who do you think is winning this team fight here? Good pressure coming out from Megs, I would say.
That's it. I agree. I think it's going the way of Megs to start with.
There goes Zach down. It's the first kill. Still anyone's matchup as Trash Panda takes out Mimiri. This might be exactly what they need to get the first team fight win. Probably the first even team fight win for this team. Great job from Fancy Bunny. Maybe this dive is exactly what they needed to turn it around from.
Yeah, this is smart because when they ran this map the other day, they actually had a really strange comp. And it's nice to see something that has a little bit more cohesion than what they had the last time. Like last time we're talking, it was Ana, Mercy, and Lucio. So we weren't really too sure why they had the Lucio in the first place. But this definitely seems to work better.
Yeah, for sure. Especially with this far up Mercy combo, it's a little bit better than playing like an Ana and having, I don't know, this weird extra healing that maybe you don't need. Although you do play for some of the... Actually, I'm just going to cancel that thought as we see Fancy Bunny dive in on them. I guess it's just a little bit of poke damage. We're going to see who gets ults first. I think Lokai went down, so it's a 5v6 fight right now for him.
Yeah, you're totally right. They have a chance here to get another pick.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at Magic Cat right now. He's got his barrage. See what he can do with it. Hopefully it doesn't get reflected into his face. Hopefully he gets a few big picks with this. But we'll see what they do as they start to walk forward as Delicious switches on to the monkey. So we're going to have dive v dive here. There goes Delicious in the air.
Really good coordinated push by Boosted, by the way, to get up onto that point.
Yeah, it's coordinated damage onto Magic Cat, but he's able to stay alive. Big pick from Cat. Cat again going in. The two kitties going in. Look at that. The Cat action going on. As we see a 4v6 fight now, a 3v6 fight. Flamia goes down. Everyone's dead. Everyone died.
They wiped them all out. They didn't even need the bomb.
Yeah, so that's I think a 3K for Cat. So gotta take a look at Cat, see what Cat's been doing. Cat's been very zen so far, very transcendence-y. What do you call people who are calm?
You gotta tell me, man. I got no idea. They're calm.
They're calm. Well, Cat's feeling it right now. He's got the Omnic action going on. So here comes the ult from Zac. But
getting countered by the Transcendence.
Kind of.
Cat was waiting for it.
Oh, there it is. Really good job for Cat. But Magic Cat goes down, so unable to use the barrage in that team fight. And now, it looks like Boosted, by the way, has the advantage here in this team fight as we see Delicious go in.
Yeah, this was the push. They had to do it right now. We'll see if they can cap it.
Delicious is on Cat. Looks like Cat is trying to stay alive. Panda Bear Kev gets a kill onto Cat, and Delicious is going to go down, though. So it's a 4v5 fight. I think this is still in the way of the Megs as we see Magic Cat come back with the ult. This is exactly the advantage they need to win it, so let's see if he can use it to his advantage. Here it goes.
Good res. Counter Diva Bomb didn't get anyone, but it still looks like it's in favor of Megs. Although, interestingly, it looks like Flamia changed over to Mercy without us even realizing, and even ulted.
Yeah, needs to get there in time. Oh, Magic Cat gets the double
there's
kill.
That Magic Cat ult.
And Panda Bear Kev is going to go down too to it, and that's going to be it. It looks like a 1-1 victory for the Megs. We're going to a third map. Abizzle, I'm very happy to see that this is not like a stomp from Boosted, by the way, because I kind of felt like, you know, there's like a 50-50 chance that Boosted was just going to take all of these maps, you know, because they've been so dominant. But, you know, Megs are showing their stuff so far.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, I will say, so I said something similar last night when I was casting Licorice Whip. The score and the map counts, it doesn't really paint the whole picture. I know from having watched Boosted, by the way, so many times that, you know, on paper they're undefeated and they got all these map wins and hardly any map losses, if any at all. But a lot of those matches have been really, really close. Like the one that really stands out was against Power Naps, who I don't think anyone thought that they could go toe-to-toe with. But man, like they play a lot of teams close.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. We're going to take a look at this map. This is a big dive map, so... Well, every map in Oasis can be a big dive map. So we see the two dive tanks going up top. Looks like Boosted, by the way, had the advantage there, got there before the other team, but Lokai does take out Magic Cat, so finally, that mid-range DPS hit scan character taking out the Pharah like he's supposed to.
So all the fight is totally off the point right now. Let's see who actually ends up on it first.
Oh, Fancy Bunny just gets melted there by Panda Bear Kev, and I believe Mimri put on the purple on him. I forget the name of that ability because I'm a bot. So we're taking a look at this dive coming out from Boosted, by the way, and they go in Discord. Thank you. See, you're the support main. You're supposed to help me out here. Lord of Lois gets demeched right at their spawn. Unfortunate for the King of Lois's.
Lois and has to reset. But you know, I will give the Megs credit on realizing when the point was lost and retreating immediately. Because there's a lot of major teams who still try to stick around and grind that fight out.
Yeah, which is not good for ult charge for the enemy team, because then they build ults super quickly. But speaking of building ults super quickly, looks like they're about to have 5 ults on the side of Boosted, by the way.
Yeah,
how do you think they're going to use this?
Let's hope that Megs are tracking, because I think Zac is anxious to use this immediately.
Yeah, for sure. Lokai takes out Magic Cat. Again, Lokai winning that 1v1, so we're going to have to look at that throughout this match, because it looks like it's going to be a big DPS matchup between the two.
So Lois there trying to create some space, but unfortunately doesn't get anyone killed.
There goes another bomb, but no one goes down for that one either.
Very well contained by Fancy Bunny to bubble that Diva mech.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look at Zac here. Zac might be using his barrage in just a second, especially seeing Lord of Lois's D-Matrix go down there. So let's see what he can do with it. They're going to dive actually on top in the top left. Flamia is going to have to use her Falcon. Zac gets a double kill. But Sid takes out Zax is still a winnable team. Excuse me, still a winnable team fight for any of the teams here. Mimir trying to stay alive and is able to stay alive against the pressure of Lois and uses his transcendence to stay alive. Cat responds in kind.
Trance is on point.
Yeah, for sure. So what do you think is going to go on here in this team fight as we clean up things?
This is still too hard to call. Oh man, but Lokai is really firing it up here. He's landing his shots, and it's really changing the whole tone here.
Yeah, for sure. They're just going to have to back up out of here, but looks like there's very little left for them to do. There's only 5% left, so they're going to have to jump onto the cart. Magic Cat not able to do anything, is stuck here in the corner, not able to get the kill, although he forces out the ult from Delicious, and they're not even able to touch the point. That's a win. They're boosted, by the way.
Yeah, that was really well played. Honestly, I think Lokai was the difference maker in that third map. He started really landing the shots with Ash, which we didn't see a whole lot of in the kill feed in the first two maps. Or the first two rounds, rather.
Look at him swing. Look at that boy swing. And I guess he stopped swinging. Oh, there's another swing.
Oh,
okay.
There's still one more. All right.
Big swings there coming out from Delicious. Swinging that HGH hammer. We're talking about that Rafael Palmero, okay? Now we go into the second map. Second map. There we go. Had to update the graphics there. Watch point Gibraltar. So this is a huge dive map. We already saw some dive on Oasis. So what do you expect?
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Okay.
It should be Hanamura. So let's make sure that the lobby.
No, it's watch point.
Is it really watch point?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, you're killing me. Okay.
According to this map thing that I have here, that Direboard gave me, it's watch point Gibraltar next. So.
Okay, that's my bad then. All right. So we'll see then if Boosted did their scouting on the Megs, because one of the interesting things was the Megs had ran a. Oh, he's not even playing today. Let's see if he's on their roster. No, he's not in the lobby. They had a guy. He might have been a sub for their team, but he was the Widow, and this is probably one of the best Widow maps in the game. But he was losing most of the Widow fights. But that was the only map that he really gave it a shot on. So if they don't have an answer for Lokai's Widow, this could end up being one-sided, because again, I think this is the best Widow map in the game.
Yeah, there's so many sightlines, so many little sneaky places for a Widowmaker to go. So Lokai, I believe, is going to go against Magic Cat, right? For the Widow v Widow, right?
Yeah, I think that's got to be it.
Yeah, so we'll see what Magic Cat can do. Lokai, probably one of the most feared Widows in Owlet. If you had to name the Widow in Owlet right now that you're most afraid of, Abizzle, if you met them in a long corridor, who would you say is the most fearful Widowmaker?
Ah, man, it's a tough question, because you told me not to boost his ego anymore, but
don't say Lokai.
I gotta say say Lokai, but I will say Flamia's Widow is pretty nasty.
Okay, so we're gonna go with Flamia's Widow. Okay, am I pronouncing that right? Flamia.
I always thought it was Flamia. You started saying Flamia, so I followed it along, but I'm pretty sure it's Flamia.
I think it's Flamia too. I just said Flamia because everyone else says Flamia, and it's funny because it's like a mispronunciation that's common. But I'm not sure if it's correct or not, because I could be wrong.
Yeah, let's set the record straight.
We have
Flamia.
Flame Carria. That's one suggestion. We have Flame is Ifia. What else? I think that's all we have here for suggestions from the chat, so I guess we'll try Flame is Ifia for the rest of this match. Thanks, Thick Daddy.
Oh my gosh, there's too many syllables. I can't do that.
Too many syllables. Well, we have Lord of Lois. That's a lot of syllables, right? Lord of Lois.
Yeah,
that's 4 of them.
I don't think you're going to hear me say Lord of Lois again after that right there. It's too many syllables.
I understand. The syllable economy is almost as important as the ult economy, right, Abizzle?
Oh yeah, that's for sure. We got to get our words in.
Yeah, so for me, the most frightening Widowmaker in Owlet is probably Fat Michael, because he's rotund and he is Mike. So spam that tyke to shout out Fat Mike, chat, if you can hear me, by the way. But yeah, Fat Mike and Lokai are probably the two scariest Widows so far in Owlet, just from what I've seen. So hopefully we'll see these two go again in the playoffs, so we can see that Widowmaker duel. But anyways, let's go back to the match. Watch point Gibraltar. Have you ever been to Gibraltar before?
I have not. That's a tiny little nation, man. I have not been there.
Where is it, actually? I don't know where Gibraltar is.
I thought it's off the coast of Spain.
Let's take a look.
You're gonna have to Wikipedia this or Google Maps.
Yeah, because I'm American, so I don't know anything about anything. So Gibraltar. is a British. Yeah, it's on Spain's south coast. Let's look at this map here. I'll
I think
show
there
the
might even
stream.
be a bridge between Spain and Gibraltar.
Wow. Here we go. I'm gonna show the stream this because we're gonna learn things together as we go into Gibraltar. So let's take a look. That's where Gibraltar is, folks. It's at like the very bottom part of Spain. Yeah, it's really cool. Actually, is there an area from Gibraltar to Tangier? There probably is. Morocco?
Oh, that is beyond my knowledge.
Yeah, me too. My brain is only so big. Actually, let me go back to this. This is going to be a really scuffed stream if I don't do this. Okay, great. So now we are going into Watchpoint Gibraltar. We have Foxer coming in for Panda Bear Kev, so maybe we're going to see more Diva play? Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's the Foxer specialty. Foxer bombs.
Foxer bombs, yes. So there we go. Now we're updated. Everything is correct. The stream's looking nice and pretty for you, Abizzle.
So do me a favor.
Go.
What's our viewer count? Where are we at? We still in double digits?
You're making me do so much work just to look at the viewer count. All right. All right, let's look at the viewer count.
We haven't scared anyone off yet, have we?
Yo, stream, can you scare people off? This is tepid compared to my usual streams. This is absolutely like 60 beats per minute heart rate. Okay. 25 people watching this so far.
Oh my gosh, 25.
So chat, I want to know from you guys, what can we do to up our viewer count? Is there anything you want us to do? Do you want us to what are you guys looking from us? Because we want to make sure that you get the best experience from Owlet as you can. So just let me know in chat what you want to see. No one remembers Panda's Widow. Well, now I remember. So here we go with this first team fight here. We have Lord of Lois diving in quickly in the top left, and Magicat looking at Lokai.
Early pick from Sid on Lokai.
Yeah, Sid puts Lokai into the grave as looks like this dive is working out pretty well for the side of the Megs. Sorry, I'm just trying to move my camera back and out because like we see Fancy Bunny and Magicat, excuse me, Fancy Bunny, Lord of Lois, and Magicat going in at the same time on top of that box area. That box area is so important, isn't it?
Yeah, most definitely. And so now they got the whole team moving up, and it seems like Megs couldn't really take advantage of being up one there. Although Sid just got another big pick there, so they're still up one. But I guess Boosted really didn't engage previously, which they shouldn't have.
Big purple. But
now we're back to even numbers.
Huge purple coming out from...
Sid is going off here on Ash.
Yeah, for sure. And I think for the side of Boost, by the way, we have Flamey Iffy getting huge purples on the other team, which has allowed Zach to go in and
3 in a
do
row
damage.
there, yeah.
Huge.
You know, I'm going to say that Boosted, by the way, did a better job of scouting out the Megs than I did, because they came prepared with this comp to address that opening lineup.
Yeah, although it looked like the Megs had the early advantage. They kept getting pick after pick, but I do believe
they just couldn't take advantage.
Yeah, I think they maybe were a little bit too quick. Like they were going a little too fast in some points. Like they were like hurt and they were trying to dive in even though they were hurt, which is kind of a problem.
Yeah, and you know, to a certain extent, right where this point and where this fight is taking place, Boosted has the spawn advantage.
Right. So you do kind of have to go faster. As we see another big purple coming out there onto Fancy Bunny, unable to heal up. Looks like they're trying to go for another dive as they go in with the Primal. Let's see what Fancy Bunny can do with that.
6 ults ready for Boosted, by the way. There's 2. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, lots of transcendence. We're talking about that Buddhism right now. So you see in the backline, it looks like Delicious is dove in. But it looks like they're going to be pushing forward here as the Megs getting a lot of damage.
The backline, and now no one is touching the payload anymore.
No, they're too busy trying to stay alive here. Still a team fight thing.
Nano boosted.
Ooh, let's take a look at him. Sid getting more kills. Sid can't help but get kills all the time. Oh, this bomb is going to be huge.
Oh, that was really smart.
Ooh. Decent bomb from Foxer. Gets one, but it looks like... Are they actually going to be able to hold this?
It really seems like it. I think the Megs... This is... Yeah, there we go. Now they're all running away.
Oh, here comes a stacker, though. Trash Panda is like 1 health. Big by Foxer. Foxer got a 3k.
Yeah, that was a really solid finish. That's going to save him a lot of time. And, you know, we're just over a minute left, so... There's only time for maybe 1-2 team fights, depending on how fast they can be here with this.
Well, it looks...
And Boosted's done a real good job of resetting back to position and wait for the next push. You know, we got Zach here with his ult. We got both support ults ready for boosted, by the way, also. Although we got a good number of ults here from the Meg, so this can really go either way. We just have to see who's smart with their ult usage.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look at Magic Cat here. Magic Cat with the grab is probably the most important ult. If he can get a ton, that's what's going to allow them to win this team fight. So maybe if they can pop Mimri's ult early too, that can also be good. Lord of Lois takes out Foxer. That's going to be huge because now no one's going to eat that.
That's really good. They got to take advantage of this right now.
Looks like they're going to push forward, but they're also hurt. Their health advantage is they don't have a health advantage because Fancy Bunny's about to go down. Lord of Lois is about to go down. Cat needs to probably pop his ult immediately because otherwise they're
just to keep him going. This is the last fight. We got 15 seconds here. They need to push right now.
Lord of Lois takes out Lokai. Lolkai going down.
Hey, all the ults are coming out. We have no choice but to use those ults, guys.
Oh wow, Zac stays alive. Wow, that's huge. And it looks like this is actually going to go the way of Boosted, by the way, after a 3-man purple coming out from Flamia. Flamey, Iffy, getting a 3-man. And look in the backline, Delicious is going in huge right now. This team fight is anyone's.
Oh, really smart bubble. Oh, no, there was a smart bubble there to try to help Lois remake, but it just wasn't there.
Yeah, for sure, as we see Foxer do a bomb, get everyone off the point, and wow, they don't even cap the first tick. Wow.
That was a really solid defense by Boosted, by the way.
Abizzle, I've been super impressed with Zac's gameplay so far in both of these maps. Just able to get frags whenever he needs to for his team.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I gotta say, I think they scouted it out real well because I don't know if I've seen Zac do Pharah too much. He's usually more of a Genji specialist. He's got a few other heroes under his belt, but that's what I'm used to seeing. You know, him and Flamia, excuse me, getting that Nanoblade combo again and again and again. He also has a lot of Hanzo for them, but haven't seen him as Pharah too much. But that seems to be the solution for the Megs right now, so they got to find a way to counter that.
You know, to be honest, I thought that the Megs were winning the team fights early on, and you know,
yeah.
What do you think that? What's that all about?
So one thing that I noticed from my very, very limited knowledge of this game is that when Boosted, by the way, lost Lokai early on, they retreated a little bit, but they did a really nice job of staying in cover so that there wasn't any additional splash damage coming out from their side. So they didn't take any additional splash damage. They retreated a little bit, and then I think the Megs should have really pushed hard to try to take advantage of that, because that's what you're supposed to do when you're diving, right? You're up in numbers and you just pursue, but we didn't see that aggression.
Do you think we're going to see some defensive aggression that coming out from the Megs as they try to hold it to 1 point?
I think they have no choice but to, and this is kind of the similar to the comp that they ran last time. You can see here in defense, Megs are running a Zenyatta plus Ana plus Mercy, although there's no Pharah to be boosted for it. So I don't exactly know what you call this comp.
Strange? I'd call it strange. As we see Zac trying to rain down onto Cat there in the backline, unable to boop him off, so Cat's going to keep that important positioning there at the blue box. Let's see the first dive come in from Delicious.
Yep. So Fancy Bunny's already taking heavy damage, which could be a problem considering how much space they have to defend here.
Yeah, for sure. Really great job from Delicious getting all that ult charge just from that one dive, so it's really cool. Magic Cat staying here in the corner, and Mimri takes out Trash Panda. Oh,
great headshot on Trash Panda there.
Wow, they are just falling in the house of cards. Lord of Lewis able to get Delicious, but it looks like it's not going to be enough as Lord of Lewis goes demeched. Mimri takes out Sid. Wow.
Yeah, all the kills are going the way of Boosted, by the way. Zac may have an ult here just in a moment if this keeps up.
Wow. And that's it.
That's pretty much it. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
That was I don't know if that was a great defensive comp from the Megs. I think Zac's play on Pharah has been really influential, and they need to find a way to counter that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So we look at Lokai get ult probably as fast as you'll ever see it. Here comes Bob. And look at that goon go. Look at that Bob root go.
11 scoped critical hits, 49% scoped accuracy.
Well, if Lokai was really good, he'd have 102% scoped accuracy, so...
We'll look for that in the next map here.
Yeah, for sure. As we see Boosted, by the way, go up 0-2. So I want to give a shout out here to the support line of Boosted, by the way. Probably the best support line In Owlet for sure. I don't even think there's competition for it. Mimri and Flamia, the best support duo, I think, in my opinion, in Owlet. Just the amount of heals they are able to get out. Flamia getting, what is it, 40, something in the 40% as Ana, which is very impressive.
Something really high. I agree completely. The support, like the entire team is very strong, but the supports do a great job of keeping the tank line alive, especially Delicious, who
Yeah.
does play very aggressively, but he has the teamwork and he has the synergy with the supports that know when he's going to do it, so they can watch for that aggression and keep him alive when most people would consider him out of position. He knows that he can do it and get away with it because he's got a solid support line to
Right.
keep it going.
I mean, I think it's one of the things that separates a good team from a great team is having the main tank trust completely in your supports to give you those heals when you need it when you're diving in, because otherwise your dive kind of is a little bit impotent, you know, it just doesn't do what it needs to do. So yeah, Delicious, I saw that very first dive was huge for him. I think he got like 50 or 60% ult charge just
Yeah,
from one dive, which only
totally.
happens from getting healed constantly.
Right, because like he made that dive and he didn't really have much of the team with him. He kind of solo dived it and did a good job of dancing around his bubble. But yeah, that was a huge ult gain that he had from that one jump.
Yeah, so we're going to be going into Hanamura. They want a 3-minute break, but Abizzle, just because they want a 3-minute break doesn't mean that we get a 3-minute break. We have to keep talking about stuff, you know?
We got to talk about stuff. All right, let me ask you a question that I asked yesterday, which I
Okay.
didn't get a very good answer to.
Why do you
Which
ask these?
Shimada brother
Okay.
is older?
Which,
I just don't even know anymore.
are they twins?
See, that's what Gazer said yesterday, and I don't think they're twins.
I don't
I
think they're
think one
twins
is
either.
older. I think one's younger, and I think that Hanzo is the older one.
Who is older, Hanzo or Genji? Let's find out. Following the clan leader's ultimate death, Genji's older brother, Hanzo, demanded that Genji take a more active role in their late father's empire. Genji refused, enraging Hanzo. So it looks like Hanzo is the old brother here, which makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah, but so follow-up question: do
Okay.
we know how old they are? Do you have to go to a wiki to see how old they are? You know, like
I
is he
mean,
like a baby brother? Is he only 2 or 3 years younger?
it looks like he's, not too much younger. I would say, like, just from looks alone, maybe like three, 3 or 4 years
Looks
difference.
alone, he's a cyborg.
He's a, well, yeah, but like if you look at young Genji,
Young, young Genji.
But then I guess that throws everything off if you're comparing young Genji to regular Hanzo, you know? So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they're like adopted, you know?
Hmm.
Who knows?
Who do you
Um,
think has better skins overall, the whole package, Hanzo or Genji?
for a second there, I thought you were asking me who has better skin, like skin health, you know?
Skin tone? No, I don't
Yeah.
care about skin tone.
Who has the better skin? Well, I do like the character design of. I think Hanzo has a little bit of a better character design, although Genji probably has the better skins for sure. So I think the overall design, Hanzo's a little bit better. Genji, I like the Power Ranger skin. So
Yeah, the Power Ranger one is pretty awesome, especially if you're running the dance emote.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Is that what you do as Genji?
Yeah, and with Genji here, why don't you go take a look at my profile
All right,
and
let's
see
take a
how much
look.
playtime I have here in Genji?
We're actually gonna do this as a stream. We're all gonna look at Abizzle's profile as Genji. Here we go. View career profile. Genji, all modes. Genji, 24 minutes. Wow, that's pretty good. All right.
Yeah, it's a lot of dancing in 24 minutes.
Let's see, 16 limbs. How many deaths? 29
It's probably
deaths.
50. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Abizzle. Dude, you need
Um,
help. Where's Ryderson when we
I,
need him, dude? Come on.
I am not one with the sword.
Wasn't there someone on Oasis who played Genji or no?
On art from Owlet season one, did
Yeah.
anyone play Genji? We had a couple people flex to Genji. Fuffy was the guy that usually did Genji for us.
Why didn't you have Fluffy help you then? Because you need it.
Fuffy's a busy man. I need help on more than one hero.
Let's take a look at your profile. Let's see. What's your best competitive season?
The
Oh, you hit
whatever just ended 13.
plat. We're plat boys.
Yeah, I
Gold,
placed plat, and then I just before the season ended.
gold. Consistently gold, and then you played Owlet and you hit plat. Oh, there's the silver. All right, gold. Ooh. Not bad, not bad. 36. What is 36 in? I don't remember what
Really
36
bad.
is.
It's silverish, probably.
Well, look, it's okay. We're not judging you here by your SR. We're judging you by the contents of your character. Okay, that's what we judge you by here.
Yeah,
Isn't that
yeah.
right, stream? Sudo wants me to talk about anime. So, oh, Bounce says give us anime recommendations. Abizzle, do you unironically do you watch anime?
Seldomly. Um, I've seen. I've not watched much. Definitely in the single digits.
Definitely in the single digits.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
what's your favorite?
my favorite.
Yeah,
It's probably One Punch Man,
you like the single punch person?
but probably sleeper for me is Afro Samurai.
Afro Samurai. I haven't seen either of those anime to be honest, but people do. So, chat, if you like
Yeah,
those anime, post an anime girl in the chat. Thank you.
yeah, yeah. So I think Afro Samurai is it's anime style in art and in theme and all that stuff, but it's produced in the U.S. And it has Samuel L. Jackson. So how can you go
Hmm.
wrong?
See, that doesn't sound like an anime. You're like, it's produced in the United States, which first of
I
all,
know, right? So I don't know. Maybe Chad thinks otherwise, but I thought it was an anime, and if it is, it's my sleeper anime pick because Samuel L. Jackson.
that sounds sort of like saying like SpongeBob is your favorite anime, you know? Doesn't seem right, man.
Well, let's go with Mr. Saitama and One Punch Man.
Okay, that's fine. You can go with those choices, Abizzle. I'm kind of disappointed. I wanted you to be more of like a weeaboo, so I can tell you that you're illegal, because anime is
Mhm.
illegal.
Yeah, that's not really my thing. I'm still trying to watch a couple others that eventually I'll finish, maybe in the next year.
That's fine. I mean, you shouldn't be watching anime. You should be casting Owlet.
Yeah, well, I got to do something during the break.
Exactly. Exactly. We're actually coming up on our first break here in season 2. So, what are you going to be doing during your week off?
Well, it's actually a little bit closer to 2.5 weeks, so
Whoa, 2.5
oh
weeks.
yeah, so I'm still around, but just doing my best. Excuse me here.
Okay. All right.
Doing my best to stay on top of any kind of admin task to take care of.
That's true. I am
Yeah,
assuming actually the break for everyone else is not going to be a break for us because this is going to be a lot of
yeah,
stuff going down, a lot of juice, probably.
yeah. So for our viewers here who don't know, um, we get contacted through Owlet Mail about anything and everything, close to 5 to 10 times a day.
Yeah.
So it's totally unpredictable what comes up, and so we got to do our best to resolve anything that comes up, answer questions. There's all sorts of weird scenarios and edge cases that we keep having to deal with, and so it's a learning process for us to see how we can shape the tournament to make sure it's still functioning as it was intended.
All right. Um, yeah, I'm just tired of like having like Owlet mails talk about Blinker. I'm just tired of that owl coming up in these Owlet mails. Like, I don't know. People always complain about the name, or they complain about, oh, Blinker did this, Blinker did that. I'm just tired of it. I think if you stop sending us messages about Blinker, we'd be better off. Then that would reduce our 10 messages a day to like 2 messages a day. So yeah,
Yeah, that'd be nice.
that'd be quite nice. So, anyways, let's see. We have people talk about hentai in my chat. Priestess Best Girl. I don't even know what that is. Is that from one of the anime you were talking about? Is there a
I
priestess in
don't,
one of your anime? Probably, maybe.
I don't, maybe. I don't know, man. Afro Samurai came out forever ago, and I watched it forever ago, and don't remember a priest,
Hmm.
not one of significance in One Punch Man.
Yeah. So who knows what Mithra is talking about right now? So we
Yeah,
go.
Mithra will have to educate us.
Yeah, so Mithra, please talk to me about anime. We really want to hear more about your anime. Actually, we'll stop talking about Overwatch if you guys start talking more about anime in my chat.
Gosh,
So just get in your anime recommendations and we'll talk about it. My Hero Academia. That's an anime. Have you seen that one?
I
That's
know,
it's a
I
normie
know
one.
it, I know it exists.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it. Yeah, I know it exists, and I guess academia means there's a school involved.
Yeah, because it's an anime, so of course there has to be like a school involved. Abizzle.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
What anime does not have schools involved? Alright, we're taking a look at these team comps, because otherwise I'm going to get yelled at. Here we go. Goats, and we have like a Widowmaker from Lokai. I'm not sure if they're going to switch, but it looks like Dive is working out for them really well, so why not continue?
Yep. One interesting thing is that the Megs usually run a May here to drop that wall at the choke, but they're not doing that this time around.
How come? What do you think?
I don't know. I'm not sure what they would have talked about over the break, but maybe they saw something that they wouldn't need it. Or I guess in the case here, if you're running a dive with the Winston and a Diva, that wall is not going to get you anywhere.
Yeah, for sure. Lokai killing Riley. First pick of the team fight. Now they're just going to walk in. Lord Lois is already low. Yeah, for sure. They're going to be fighting 4v6 in just a second here. Actually, Kev goes down too, so they exchanged Diva mech. So still a one team fight, I think, for Boosted, by the way, as Lord of Lois goes down.
Totally. Yeah, all they have for healing output is Ida, and now she's gone. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, what happened there? Because it looks like they just kind of got steamrolled.
So Lokai opened up with a great pick, but I'm not too sure how he was able to pull that off. Maybe they just lost track of him there in the choke, because I think that should be Diva's responsibility to try and DM and prevent that from occurring.
Well, Lois was doing some DM action there, but I think she just wasn't, or he wasn't getting the heals necessary to stay alive constantly.
Well, see, now there's a May wall, but I'm not sure if now's the time anymore. Well, they got a stall. That's what I'm gonna...
Yeah, May's a classic stall character. It's just delicious on the point right now. Looks as though the Shatter gets no one. I think he hits the pole right there, and so unable to do anything. Panamera Kev gets 2, as gets 3, gets 5 million people, and now they're going to be able to cap this point for just a little bit, but of course we have the 2 CP action going on.
Yeah, totally. So, yes, the ults are coming out as Megs tried to stall it out just a little bit, but they couldn't get a whole lot going there.
You ever have one of those like days, Abizzle, where you just like wake up and you get barraged in the face? You know what I'm talking about, like metaphorically.
Yeah, metaphorically, sure, and in Overwatch, also sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what happened to Riley. Riley just woke up. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to point. I'm gonna have a nice day at work, and just gets immediately one-man barraged by Zach. Zach with the BM barrage coming out. Priestess is from Goblin Slayer. Have you seen Goblin Slayer?
I have not heard of Goblin Slayer. This is the first moment in my life that I've heard of its existence. Shoutouts
to my boy Goblinu Slayer. He is my spirit animal. He's a guy who slays goblins, and that's it. That's his one life's goal, is just to slay goblins. Like, there's other monsters he could slay, and he just slays goblins. So that's...
Is this for real?
Yeah, that's the concept. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a fan service-y anime, and there's a lot of blood. It's like very macho, you know. Very macho anime, but let's see what they can do here on the side of the Megs. 6 minutes and 23 seconds. That's a big number, yeah.
Yeah, it totally is. So you can see here that the Megs pretty much have decided what they're gonna run, except for Magic Hat here. So try to think it out. Looks like they want to run some flavor of goats, which means that Magic Hat would probably go on Zarya.
We might see a classic goats coming out here from them as we see the Moira.
Oh no, wait, Riley's already on the Zarya.
Right, so we have a Slambulance coming out here from the side of the Megs. Haven't seen this that often, so we'll see what they can do with the Slambulance. Maybe they haven't practiced against this, so this might be the pick that they need.
This could be the one.
Taking a look at Cat right now. Look at all this
really
healing.
Fast push onto the point here. This is they got the early pick on Kev.
It looks like they're all going down though.
I'm not too sure how that managed to happen. They looked like they had it there, and it's still a drawn out fight.
Yeah, but they should just die and reset, I think. I don't know if they even get a tick here, as Lokai takes out Cat in the back line. Well, Lokai's going down. Actually, this still might be a teamfight that they can work with.
This could be winnable, especially as you got
Fancy Bunny
everyone
coming
kind
back
of
in.
circling back.
Flamia
Really
getting
good
asleep. Yeah, so...
And now that's it.
And now they have to reset.
Lord's got to fly back, and
Look,
he does.
You play support, right? Because I was watching Cat on this Moira, and maybe my idea of how Moira healing works is confused, but like you know, Cat was just like spraying on and off with the Moira heal instead of just like going like
That,
face deep and
yeah,
just holding it down. Why is that?
yeah. The on and off is what you want to do because it's actually a heal over time. So if you can get it out and regulate it, that's the best case scenario.
Zach game
Perfect bubble by
3K.
Kev on Zach to keep him alive during the Nano Barrage.
Yeah, that's a classic from them. They've been running the Nano Barrage all day long, so you know they don't need that Nano Blade.
Totally. And you know, to pull it off like that, they planned it, they coordinated it, and executed to perfection.
I'm gonna take a
But
look
just
at.
quickly,
Oh, go
yeah,
ahead.
I was just gonna say, just quickly circling back to the Moira thing. That's the right play to do, but in a tight situation, don't worry about it. Just hold down left mouse and heal everything. You want to do the spray if you have the time to think it through. But in a major team fight, you just gotta spray and heal.
Okay, that's what I was thinking too, but I wasn't entirely sure. As we see Robert come out there, Robert's going to do as much damage as he possibly can. Magic Cat has his ult. Maybe he'll use it right
Yeah,
here.
look at Zach. He's already back to 70% ult after the last team fight.
That's absolutely crazy.
This is insane. He is not missing at all.
Lord of Lois unable to do anything, and Magic Cat just gets eaten up there by Mumiri and the purple coming out from Flamia, and that's another team fight one for Boosted, by the way. What can these players do on the Megs? They've been getting kind of stuffed after the first map. Past two maps have been bad for them, so what can they do?
Yeah, totally. There's just no... Okay, so Magic Cat swapping to McCree, I think that's a good start in the right direction. They need some sort of hit scan counter here. Now, with a minute and change to go, they have one, maybe two pushes if they can do this right.
Yeah,
So Fancy Bunny's creeping up a little bit too early for my liking, and really needs to have the whole team together before they push through here.
I'm taking a look at Zach. He's trying to do a sneaky barrage. I think it's going to come out right here. Oh, huge purple. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You better zoom in. You better zoom in.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so Riley got the counter, but it's all for naught.
That was absolutely massive.
Out.
Yeah, they managed to get out, I believe, Fancy Bunny's ult and Lois's ult, so that's huge. That's absolutely massive because now they don't have any crowd controls.
Totally, and now the Megs have 30 seconds here to push with no real ults available. Probably get a barrier if they can keep Nasky alive. But that's about all they have to work with.
Yeah,
while we still have
4 ults on the side of
four.
Boosted.
Yeah.
So
I mean, at any point, Lokai can just call Bob back in to contest.
Yep. Another big purple, 4 people.
7.
Oh, Bob taking one for the team there.
Solid ult by Delicious. Is Nano is just looking to get more kills here.
Wow, that was really good.
That was very convincing defense by Booster, by the way.
Extremely, as we get a raid from Owlet Tournament. Yo, what's up, Owlet Tournament? Thanks for joining in, tuning in for the final map here of the day. It's 3-0 so far for the side of Boost, by the way, after an extremely convincing Hanamura. This might actually have been one of the... Look at that big purple right there.
There's no ult here. No, look at the ult percentage. This is him just building up so fast.
Yep. Yeah, big. I mean, able to hit basically 4 or 5 people with those rockets.
Totally.
Yeah, Zach has just been, I don't know, definitely the player of the game for me so far.
Absolutely, and he seems no matter what DPS he picks, he is just always on fire for Boosted, by the way.
Do you think it's like him being so dominant, like player skill, or is it maybe the compositions that the Megs have been running? Because they've been running a lot of these tanky compositions that don't have these hit scan characters that shoot long range, which means you don't really have anything countering the Pharah.
It's a little bit of both, because you know, if you look at Zach's profile, he's definitely a Genji specialist. However, this is a solid team on Boosted by the Way with solid coaching. They've done their scouting, like I've talked about, and they knew that probably the best counter here is going to be a Pharah, and Zach is just controlling the sky. There's no answer for Pharah right now, and the only way that Megs can get one map here is if they can do that.
Yes. Sorry, I'm updating things. So I did not listen to a word you said, Abizzle, but
that's fine.
At the very least, we're gonna
I'm
have
used to that.
Okay.
That's nothing new.
Yeah. Abizzle, I try to listen to what you're saying, Abizzle. Come on. I'm not that bad.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're going to go into Numbani, the final map, as we see Surfy checking into my chat. Go, Surfy, go. Abizzle, can we get a go, Surfy, go from you?
Go, Surfy, go! Go, Surfy, go!
Thank you, Abizzle. Appreciate it.
What HM is Surf in Pokemon? Is that HM03,
Four
HM04,
or
5?
three, maybe 5. Are we gonna Google this? I'm gonna Google it. Surf HM. Let's find out. Surf is 3. Yes, that makes sense.
3.
I think Fly is 4. And it is TM94 because they switched from having the HMs.
So I guess that gives you an idea of what Pokemon games I have played.
Yeah, the old ones.
The original one.
Get with the times, old man.
Yeah, I only know first gen Pokemon. Anything beyond that is just confusing.
Let's see. Chad is wanting to see Carboy in. I'm not sure what this is. This is not MSXL, boys. This is boosted, by the way. Okay. Actually, is Carboy on boosted or on the
I
Megs?
believe Carboy is on Boosted by the Way's roster.
I don't see him in here though, so I don't think he'll be able to play.
Yeah, and we may not see an appearance because I do not see a Carboy in the lobby.
Okay, so I see someone has listed their anime recommendations, and I've only seen one of them. I've only seen one of the anime that they listed, so I can't really talk about.
We got an anime alert coming in.
Yeah, we're gonna ban this person.
One?
Wolf Children is I've seen that movie before. It's a you might like it. It's a good movie.
Wolf Children?
Yeah, it's like a movie. It's about
I don't know, man.
I think like a wolf guy has like sex with a human girl and they have like wolf kids. I think that's what happens.
That's not the kind of thing I'm into, man.
It's like a slice of life, like drama. It's like it makes you cry. It's one of those sorts of movies, you know?
Oh gosh, I don't know if any anime is gonna make me cry, but I guess if I'm looking for that, I'll look for Wolf Child.
Like are you too manly to cry?
It's not that I'm too manly. It's not what I'm looking for when I'm looking for.
What are you looking for when you're looking for that entertainment?
I'm looking for action.
Okay.
I'm looking for mystery.
All right.
Looking for suspense.
All right.
And ideally, there's some humor mixed in.
Yeah, it's got it all, you know. Do you like Indiana Jones?
I'm fine with Indiana Jones.
You're fine with it, okay. What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? It's probably The Departed.
The Departed. I've never seen The Departed.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not big into the mafia-ish. That's a mafia film, right? Scorsese, yeah?
Yes, yeah. Not mafia, the mob, Boston mob. It's basically the same thing.
I see, yeah. Carboy is Kauba Zaba. Thank you, Raponix, for telling me this.
Oh, is that right? Okay, so Kaba Zaba is
Carboy
in the house.
So yeah, they did not play. Did they play him? Wow, they're not gonna play him. That's very mean. I don't know why they're not playing this Carboy person that they want to see. The chat wants it, so I don't know. Anyways, we're going to our final map. Defense first for side of boosted, by the way. Do I have... Oh, we are not in the... There we go. Now the stream isn't bad. Okay, great. So you're going to have to take over because I'm going to have to change the overlays real quick. So go talk about things.
So, food for thought. Numbani.
Yep.
Wakanda.
Okay.
I think they're pretty much the same place.
I don't think...
Pretty much the same place. Chew on that. So we got Megs moving in through main here. They're running a dive comp. Got a little bit of poke damage going on. Lokai is looking for that first pick, but Riley, the Pharah, is damage boosted by the Mercy. Fancy Bunny does get the pick on Lokai, so now they are up in numbers.
Keep going. I'm still changing.
Great hook by Panda Bear Kev to pull Riley in and finish him off. Kev has been really solid on his Roadhog, and I think it's one of his best tanks. You just don't see him play it too much, especially on a map like Numbani where he can't take advantage of an environmental kill. But the engagement is pretty much over. Lokai gets the final pick. The rest of Megs are retreating, waiting for Lord to respawn.
Dude, Zach is so good. Just put him on fire every match.
Oh, look at that. Magic Cat was hiding and he got caught. So that's a little bit longer of a delay before Megs can make their next move.
Some might say that Curiosity killed the cat.
Oh gosh, yeah. I guess I have to agree.
Yeah, you're contractually. Oh my gosh, you're obligated to
I
agree
am
with me.
contractually obligated to agree.
God, I can't even speak. All right, let's go into this next team fight here. They're gonna push down mid. I believe they're doing a.
Yeah, so Magic Hat is ready to ult here. He probably wants to get a pick on one of their supports immediately.
Yeah, I'm watching
If he
Magic
gets
Hat.
numbers.
See right now, he's just standing inside of this little bubble area, using his big fat monkey as a defense mechanism. And here it goes.
They're up too. Let's see if they can keep the ult economy here and win the fight.
Oh, and Delicious is low. Actually, Delicious gets the nano boost. The HGH comes out on Delicious.
Oh, look at that. Booster, by the way, is not ready to give this point up.
Huge. Let's see if Magic Hat can go down. Magic Hat takes out
There's
Mimiri.
Magic Hat ult, trying to finish off the point, and
That's
good
actually gonna be a win
zoning
for
bomb
them.
by Diva.
Oh, they're gonna have to kill Zac though.
Yep.
There he goes. Well, I think that's like the first like.
Trying to get Lokai does get one pick, but that's pretty much it. Now they got to jump back on the point. That's about as good of a fight as the Megs could ask for. You know, they had a couple good picks to open up, and it was a bit of a long fight, but they grinded it out and got the point there. I thought that Boosted, by the way, was gonna try to really take it back when they used the. I think they used both the support ults, right? Both
I think
Mimir and Flame.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw that, I thought that Booster, by the way, was not ready to give up that point. But
No.
now we got Cat here trying to push the payload through.
They were able to hold
the
it for a
rest of the
pretty
team
long
is up.
time, but you know, just not enough from. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at what Fancy Bunny is doing, because that's where the focal point of the action is gonna be. Fancy Bunny already going low, really close to dying. 60 health, has to get out. Finally able to put down the bubble after the cooldown comes back up, but
So it's a little tight. Both the tanks are very low health, and Zac has a barrage ready to go to finish off this fight before it can really begin.
yeah. So we see
Although
Magic
Magic Cat takes him out,
It's a big
and
pick.
so the Megs do have the numbers here.
There's like 6 ults on the side of the Megs, and they use 0 of them. 2 people already down, 3 people down. Yeah, that's just that's not good play coming out from the Megs. They need to use their ults a little bit sooner there, or I don't know, like wait, chill. Because like look,
Yeah.
you don't want to have 6 ults on your side because that usually means that like
Someone's waiting too long.
exactly. So who do you think's gonna use the ults there for the Megs? Here comes
Oh,
one of them.
There's one. There's Lord.
There's one. Lokai
That's
goes
good.
down.
That's
The classic
good.
pick.
That's good. We can work with that. So we
Right.
got Delicious Nano to try and hold off on this payload. I'm sure Magic Hat knows that Mimir has trance, but now that Mimir is down, he is free to try to clean up the rest of them with this ult if he wants.
For sure. Let's see if this bomb can get anyone. It gets
Kev
Fancy
gets
Bunny.
Fancy Bunny.
Although the res is going to come back out onto Fancy Bunny. If he can get it out, he does able to get it out of there.
Oh, he does. Yeah,
You know, Zac was raining
Suzu's
down.
going a little wild right now.
Wow, they only
Let's
used
see
2
if we can
ults.
get back in here.
Yeah, these animals are going wild. Megs are missing their hit scan. I'm being told by chat that Megs do not have their hit scan person here today, so that kind of sucks for them. Had to use, I suppose, Magic Hat and Riley or
I see.
something.
Yeah,
So
to try and
yeah, make do with
get
what you
something.
got.
And you know, that's one of the things about Owlet. You know, everyone's got their own schedule, and
Right.
try your best to schedule the games. But sometimes it's just what time can you fit in to get 6 warm bodies to play your game.
Exactly. So we see Delicious going down there. Fancy Bunny finding the chutzpah to go in there and take down who he needs to. Magic Hat causing having the backline. That's a 3K for Fancy Bunny.
Yeah, you know, they're making a pretty good push right here, taking this payload on down to Funky Town.
I like it. Fancy Bunny getting a 4K now. Lordlos big bomb onto Zac.
They're about to push this thing all the way in. That was a real good push from the Megs. We haven't seen this kind of coordination from them in any of the past 3 maps.
Yeah, and I do believe that they actually held on to like 2 of their ults, so like they didn't need to use Transcendence or Blade.
Yeah,
so
totally.
that's crazy. So now we go on to Boosted, by the way. Maybe they're just taking it a little bit easier this time. Although if they are, then why did they not play Carboy? Why did they not play Carboy, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a little, you know. But anyway here, what do you think is going to happen on this push? Because it can be anything, because usually it's a mixed bag after you win 3-0 and you let someone push on you like that. Either they come back and they push harder, or they get kind of like stopped. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
One of the two.
totally. Yeah, you know, like you're exactly right. Like Boosted, by the way, they're up 3-0. I'm sure it'd be nice to 4-0, but there's not a whole lot for them to be concerned about if they finish off tonight with a loss. So that being said, looking at their opening lineup, it looks like they are taking it pretty seriously. This is the standard comp that they've been running to really try to take it to the Megs, especially with Zach on Farah once again.
You know, I can go for like a croissant right now. I'm in the bakery right now with my camera. I see like eclairs and I see some cupcakes. I want a croissant.
Croissant.
What's your favorite baked good?
Favorite baked good?
Yeah.
Probably cookies. Chocolate chip cookies.
The classic?
Yeah.
Do you make them yourself or do you get them from the grocery store?
No. I've used my oven less than 10 times in my life. I don't bake.
Oh my god.
I just don't use that appliance.
Are you... So what do you do to cook? Do you like
Stovetop?
Stove? Okay, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that you're gonna like microwave everything or something.
No. I'm not.
A bachelor sort of lifestyle,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, and I have some ability with the pot and pan.
Okay, that's good. I'm not exactly
So,
sure
got a
what Cat's doing here in the back, but...
Early team fight going on. Lokai's Ash knocks out Riley's Ash with that dynamite. Everyone seems to be collapsing on the payload here. Lokai gets another pick.
You know, I say lol Kai sometimes, but he's barely missed at all here on this character, so
Totally,
really great
yeah.
job. He's just gonna push forward, because why not?
Yeah, exactly. It looks like Lucid, by the way, gets that point there without a single death. So they're rolling. You see Kev's pretty high in that ult charge. Flamey is really high in the ult charge as well. The Magic Cat switched off Genji to Widow, who does get that pick on Zac. Really nice. That will help. They just need some kind of hit scan response. So let's see.
Getting a headshot onto Riley, telling him no tracer for you, and now Lokai almost has his ult as well. I'll take a look at Flamey, or Flame Iffy, because she's got the Valk, so let's see if she goes in with this dive and Valks early. They might want to hold it here, I'm not entirely sure. What would you do here as Flamey? As, Mercy, excuse me.
I would have used it, you know? So, it's good that she is. It's a good pick there by Lois, really to try to help balance it out. But yeah, I think that's the right time to use the Valk, because you build it up faster than with the latest change they made to Mercy. So I think it's good to be a little bit liberal with its usage.
For sure, it is good to be liberal with it. So we see this cart is still being pushed forward. They might not be getting all the picks, but they are getting all of the pressure, and that's really probably what's most important, don't you think?
Yeah, exactly. You know, like the Megs have just given them the full space, and there's no contest coming back.
No,
yeah,
there's
see,
not.
look at that. They gave the space, and they couldn't initiate in time to try to contest it. It's really a shame because they were mostly grouped up and in cover, but they just didn't make the play to try and contest that payload.
Yeah, it's been pretty easy so far for Boosted, by the way, on this map. I mean, they weren't able to hold them, but I don't know if they've had this cart stopped even once just for like a simple contest. Maybe they have, but it's been very few and far between as we see Robert come out there in front of their spawn, just I guess to give him pressure or something like that.
Yeah, so now the payload is being fully ignored while Boosted, by the way, seems to be going along the side. Oh, they are circling back to it. So
Poor
Delicious has changed back to Reinhardt, and now we see the ult Fiesta. As the payload rounds the last corner.
Here comes another ult. People just dying left, right, and center. 5 million ults
These
used.
are all the ults that we have available. No one has any ults left to cast, although Fancy Bunny's pretty close.
Looks like a 2v4 fight right now. It's for the side of
He may
Boost,
have
by
to
the
use
way.
his ult right now, and he
there it
does.
is. I think it's the wrong person with that dash, but
Yeah, he takes Kevin to the wall, but the payload is mostly open, except for Riley contesting.
yeah, and Riley is able to get Flamia, so that's going to be a pick for them. But they sorely need to finally stop the cart with 4 minutes and 25 seconds left. Finally, it's been stopped.
Yeah, they finally got a defensive win. So still over 4 minutes left for Boosted, by the way, to push, and you can see here it was 2:29 on the clock when Megs did finish it. So I'm sure Boosted, by the way, is feeling comfortable. Lokai's got Bob ready to come back again immediately for whenever the next team fight is ready. Interestingly here, Lois has changed to Reaper. He thinks he can harass the backline to slow Boosted, by the way, down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at that Reaper gameplay because I always love some good Reaper. Trying to get rid of that Bob, and there goes Bob. Bob is dead. Lois trying to get out.
Uh,
Lois unable to get out.
Great res by Nasky and staying alive during it without a Zarya bubble to help.
And they're able to take out Zac here, so this might actually be another one team fight for them. Although Fancy Bunny's about to go down.
Yeah, this one could go either way here. Now look at, I think Boosted by the way is going to push it in. Let's see how much of a stall Magic Cat can get.
And that's gonna be it.
Yeah, just couldn't get the people in the right place.
Even though it seemed like a stomp there, it was actually very close in terms of the time banks, as we see. I think less than a minute difference between these two teams.
Yeah, you're right. That's pretty good. So I think the biggest miss there was that the Megs could not initiate a second team fight before the payload hit that point. Hit the point just before the bridge. I think that would have been really, really advantageous for them if they could have tried to get a team fight there to stall the payload a bit.
As we go on to the overtime area of Numbani. Tell me, delicious, not delicious. I'm looking at delicious right now. Tell
Delicious
me,
croissants.
yeah, tell me. Yeah, I'm kind of hungry. So, tell me, what food should I eat after this match?
I'm gonna say you're a breakfast guy. So I think you're gonna really want some pancakes and
that's a good
bacon.
idea.
Pancakes and bacon.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I've been trying to bulk up recently. I've been working out a lot, so I'll have to get those protein pancakes.
Protein intake, yeah.
Exactly.
You have any protein powder?
Yeah. I use the Optimal Nutrition.
Optimal Nutrition,
vanilla.
#1 seller on Amazon.
Oh yeah, it's tasty. That's why I use it. I don't know if it does anything. It could actually do literally nothing. It could be bad for me, but it's so good tasting that I have to use it. Because I had some bad tasting powder before, and it's just not worth it.
Yeah, that would be a turn off. Yeah.
Like screw gains, you know. Oh, Magic Hat taking out
Magic
Lokai.
It's a good early pick on Lokai. So let's see if the Megs take advantage of this with the dive. The DPS are a little slow to come in for the Megs.
As well as the tanks. I think the tanks went up there for like a second and then just like jumped back down.
You know, I think Magic Hat might have always been surprised that he got that headshot, and the Megs didn't have a plan to act on it. Because now they're kind of falling apart, and Boosted, by the way, seems like they're probably going to win this fight.
Yeah, it looks like they just got the back. I've been watching Magic Cat here on this Widowmaker after that first pick as Lokai gets 3 kills. Lokai.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
This team fight is over. Minute and a half to go. If they can regroup fast enough, you can still get a couple of pushes on this.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been super impressed today by Lokai and Zac, this DPS line. I've always felt as though like there are some maybe like DPS lines that can go against them, like maybe Merge and Commander Huey or Michael and Fat Mike, but I don't know. They're showing to be maybe the best DPS line in the game so far.
Totally.
So you see this team
now you got both
out.
supports from Megs on main, kind of in a precarious position because they could easily get picked off. But the kills do seem to be going in the way of the Megs.
They're able to get 2 picks randomly. Oh, wow.
Oh, Magic Cat got 2 headshots. Cat kills Flamia.
This actually seems like it's going to be a one-team fight for the Megs, even though Lokai has been literally just standing up here doing whatever he can.
Brings Bob in to help stall the point. That may be the difference maker, because there's just not a lot of firepower from the Megs on the payload right now to cap it. So look at this great stall. Delicious is using Primal. Memers trancing on the point. Flamia's back. Oh my gosh. What looked like could be a team fight win for the Megs is now seems like it's
almost, they're so close. It's so close.
So close. It's 10 seconds here, and it's less than 1% of this. I can't even see the open segment.
I can't either. I mean, this fight is going either way right now. If he can get this res off, I don't think Nasky has a res.
Oh,
they're able to get it.
The payload. Really smart bomb by Cav, and he's able to remech.
Yeah, they're able to be. They're gonna be able to push. Excuse me, off of this, and so now this match is actually gonna be really close.
Yeah, it's gonna be real tight. Let's just hope that Megs keep someone on the payload at all times, because we are in OT, and the longer that longer that they push this, the harder that timer is gonna drop.
What are the chances that they forget? Like, what do you think a C9 chance is here? Percentage.
Yeah. It almost happened right there. It's certainly possible. You know, we're all human, and it's very easy to get distracted.
For sure, as we see Bob go in on the backline, as well as Zach trying to cause general mayhem in the backline onto Cat. Cat trying to stay alive as long as possible, doesn't want to use that ult as possible. They were just shooting into the reflect. Crazy! So now here it comes, the blade.
Zach is ulting, he's got the damage boost coming from Flamia's Mercy, and Point just got wiped out. Although, that was all things considered, that was a really good push by the Megs. They had no choice but have everyone on that payload, and in that sense, it did help a little bit for Boosted by the Way to turn around and contest at that corner there.
So now we have a bit of a push here, Abizzle, and do you think that Boosted by the Way is going to match it? They were able to push all the way over to the last point before getting any sort of resistance, so you'd have to think that they're going to be able to push at least this far without really breaking a sweat, but I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, look at this. Zach does not want to mess around. He's on Genji, and I think he's ready to cap this thing as soon as possible. But seems like this is a good counter pick by Riley on Mei. Maybe they are expecting that Genji to finally show up, because I think Mei is a pretty good counter to Genji. What would you say?
Can be, although Mei doesn't really have mobility, so if Genji dashes away, you can't really chase after the Genji, so... I mean, yeah, generally Mei's a pretty good counter to Gengu, and maybe we'll see Zach switch, although this is a pretty open map, so it's going to be hard to stop Zach from getting in on the backline and going through a choke, so I don't know. In this map, it's maybe a little bit harder than, say, like Hanamura. So we already have Delicious and Panda Bear going in on the top area.
Up on the high ground again. Riley's there to meet him. Good freeze on both the tanks. Couple picks are traded.
Yeah, Lokai already has about half ult percentage, which is crazy. Magic Cat is back to play, thanks to the res from the other cat. So yeah, so first push maybe not so successful, but they are building up ult pretty well, and I don't think anyone other than Delicious died, so that's pretty good for them.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to coordinate and find the next dive target, and look at that.
Ooh, big boop from Panda Bear Kev, takes off 3 people from high ground.
Yeah, this is a really good opportunity here for them to move in and try and get some picks, and they are getting those picks. Oh, that was a really good res by Cat, good res by Flamia. I think we're gonna see a long team fight.
Yeah, I think we are. Although it looks like no, never mind. We're not gonna see long team fight.
As I was saying, that Lokai decides that it's gonna go differently and gets a few kills plus Memer. So they cap this payload with nearly 2 minutes to spare.
Right, and it seems as though the side of the Megs has no ult right now. Although Magic Cat almost has his ult. They have switched to a hit scan DPS to counter Zach on the Pharah, although they aren't playing Pharah anymore, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. But we're gonna see this come out. How many do you think he's gonna get with the auto aim?
I'm gonna see 2.
Dope. Speaking of 2.
All right, look at that. Good job clearing the payload and pushing Boosted by the Way back. They're trying to stay in cover, but Megs have to be careful. You know, if they pursue too far, then it's gonna go back against them. But we got Zach ready with the Genji Blade. A lot of ults on the side of Boosted. They pretty much have all of them right now. So whenever they're ready to push, it's gonna be wild here.
There comes like 3 of them. And I've been looking at Magic Cat. I'm waiting for this ult to come out, but there it is. Finally, comes out. Flamia goes down to it, but they already lost like 3 people in that team fight.
Yeah, everyone that could press Q has pressed Q.
Right, and now this cart is gonna be capped. Unless Lord of Lois can get back in, but it doesn't look like Lord of Lois will be able to get there in time.
So
that's
close. Good job, Boosted by the Way. They win 4-0 tonight, but like we were saying, especially on this last map, it was close. You know, like by no means was it a curb stomp or anything like that.
I think on a few of the maps it was not very close at all, but maps like this and as well as the King of the Hill map, it was actually quite close between these two teams. A few different fights go a different way, and you know, we see the Megs winning it.
So looking at the cards here, we got Memer, Lokai, Panberg Kev. Panberg Kev, 41 limbs, 57% kill participation.
Who do you want to interview? We want to all.
I'd love to talk to Panberg Kev. I have not spoken to him in forever. He's been so busy playing Overwatch that he doesn't have time to talk to me anymore.
Wow. So you can be like, what's the word? Passive aggressive. Be like, hey Kev, so we watched you play, but why haven't you talked to me recently? You know. That's what you should do. I think we're gonna go into the Boosted, by the way, Discord channel because we're admins. We can do that. So
is that legal?
it's legal enough. So let's go in there and let's give them an interview. Okay.
Oh gosh. Okay.
All right. Let's go here. Interview time. Move you there, and then move myself here.
For the finals.
Hello.
Yo, you guys are live on stream.
Yeah. Say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
So you guys just played a video game. Tell me about it.
It was easy.
That was
It
fun.
was easy.
Oh man,
Kev the toxic
Kev.
one.
I don't want to talk anymore. I'm done.
No, Kev, wait. Abizzle has a question for you because Abizzle's in here. He wants to talk
I
to
have
you.
a question.
Yeah,
I was just saying, I haven't talked to Kevin forever, and I miss him.
I miss you too, Bizzle.
Oh, thanks, dude.
That's sweet. You should join us for CS:GO sometime.
CS:GO, yeah, I gotta see if I
Yes.
can install it. See if I have hard drive space left.
Do it. It's a great time.
So let's see here. I've got some questions from the chat. So first of all, congrats on the 4-0.
Thank you.
Here comes the questions. All right, question 1. What was the game plan coming into this match? What was your focus? Anything in particular they focused on the Meg? So did you guys like maybe like scout them out a little bit, or you know, what did you have in your minds going into this match?
To get bread.
Absolutely. So Empress and Omega did some really good scouting for the Megs. I mean, we knew that they were going to run, Pharmacy on quite a few points. We knew that Riley, likes their May. So we were sort of, expecting a little bit of that. Though we only saw it a little bit on Hanamura point B.
Mhm.
So yeah, we definitely were well prepared.
That's good to hear. There's apparently the chat wants to ask about Carboy. They're wondering, why are you wasting Carboy's gifts? They keep asking why you didn't play Carboy. So can you guys tell me a little bit about the process there?
I mean, I could tell you about it. It's so unfortunate.
Oh,
I
so,
have it's just a time thing, you know. I wasn't able to scrim with a team, so it's just better for the team to play with who they know, right?
right, makes
You
sense.
know, it's not good to sub in a person who hasn't played or hasn't had enough time with the team, and I'm fine with that. That's fine.
Yeah, that makes
Okay.
perfect sense.
I'm looking forward to scrimming more and playing more. Like these are all amazing guys, and I'm just happy to be here.
You know, honestly,
We're lucky to have you.
I was hoping for more like a juice, some more toxicity or something like that. Like, oh, I wish I got to play, but you know,
I could
that's
use
nice.
an orange if you'd like.
Go for it.
But
Can you do it into the microphone?
Sorry.
maybe another time.
Maybe
Maybe
another
live
time.
stream it.
Yeah, can you please live stream yourself juicing an orange?
Drink the juice with the.
You know,
bread that you
10 followers on Twitch and sure.
Wow,
bought.
you're almost affiliate, man.
Twitch.tv/Carver101, yeah.
So let's see, who else are we gonna ask questions to? Let's see here. So let's talk to. I want to talk to Zach because Zach is my player of the game for that match. Zach, yo, how does it feel to be player of the game from LuvGangster?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
It's pretty much the best achievement of my life, to be honest.
I would say so. So you're gonna get something in the mail to signify that you won this MVP award. I'd be much appreciative if you could sign it and then take a photo of it and post it on the Owlet Twitter so that we can get that going around. We need people to know about you winning LuvGangster's MVP award. So
Sure.
tell me a little bit about those ults. Actually, tell me just about Pharah in general, because it looks like you're a bit of an expert on Pharah, so I'd like to learn something.
So most of the time, it's not really my Pharah that does well.
Okay.
Having a lot of space made from the team, it just makes it very easy to be where I need to be. And the ults just come as natural as they would with a lot of space.
So would you say it's less of like your mechanical gifts, God-given gifts, and more of just like, it's a big team thing, that allowed you to get all of those ults?
Yeah, our team synergy is really what's pushed us through this whole tournament. And I think with the team that I have, there's not really stopping anything I play on. That's just as it's been shown.
Interesting. Yeah, there's this point in Hanamura where I believe you guys got them in like a grab. This was, I think, the last team fight for the Megs when they were trying to cap the first point. And you guys got them in the grab, and instead of ulting immediately because you had barrage, you like waited for Kev to give you the bubble to ult, which was like huge. Like that's like patience that you rarely ever see, and so I thought that was extremely impressive. I assume you guys worked that out while playing.
Yeah.
So you were like, all right, I'm gonna barrage, please give me bubble, and then I'll do it. And then Kev said okay, and then he gave you the bubble.
Yeah, me and Kev, that's a thing.
It's crazy. So you and Kev is a thing.
Yeah. Don't blow that up though.
Okay, so I'll make sure no one hears that
Winky
you and Kev
face.
are a thing. So let's see, who else to talk to? Who wants to talk about stuff? Great. All right.
Lokai does.
Lokai does. Yeah, Lokai. So Lokai, why haven't you casted with me? Even though I've literally begged you to cast with me, you haven't done it. So can you please tell chat why you haven't done it yet?
Because you always ask me when I'm playing a game.
So can you also tell chat why you like to make excuses for things? Because I'm.
What do you mean? You literally
We'd like to know
asked
this answer
me.
too.
You literally asked me, like, "Hey, you want to cast with me?" Like, what do you mean? I have a game in like an hour.
Yeah, okay, so sometimes you have a game, sure, and then sometimes you're like, oh, I have a scrim, or sometimes it's like, oh, I just woke up, or sometimes it's like, I have to eat food. It's like, come on, Lokai. You can't keep doing this to me. You have to at least do one cast with me.
I have stage fright. I'm sorry.
These guys scrim a lot. I wouldn't put it by anybody.
Yeah, but I mean, one break from a scrim to do one cast with me. That's all I'm asking for.
You're gonna have to
Anyways.
take that up with my coaches.
All right, so Empress
Gonna have
and
to run that up the flagpole.
Omega. So guys, you guys need to bench Lokai. I've talked to Lokai. He's ultra toxic. I watched him play. He got lucky with all those headshots. Okay, that was all luck. So just bench him for a little bit so that he can cast with me. Okay.
We could probably make that work, right, Empress?
Yeah, I think so.
Great.
And enjoy the bench, buddy.
Yes.
Oh no.
Ride that bench, Lokai. So Abizzle, do you have any questions for anyone else on this team? Because I think everyone on Boosted, by the way, who played was super impressive. So.
I'll ask you the same question Love asked me. What do you guys think you should have for dinner right now?
Bread.
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 I literally bought 2
Toast
loaves of bread
sandwich.
like 2 days ago.
Did someone
We're
say
gonna-
toast
getting more
sandwich?
Yeah.
Do I look British
You
to
put
you?
a toast between bread.
I'm not British. Oh, my name is LuvGangster. I eat a toast sandwich. There.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, thank you. Someone has to appreciate my accents because Raza says it's awful, but you know.
What's wrong? No.
Anyways, if I had to give second MVP, which is not as prestigious as LuvGangster's MVP, second MVP, it'd have to go to Flamia, aka Flamia. So Flamia, how do you get the purples off so often on like so many people? Because I always just screw it up and I hit my own teammates. What's the secret?
I mean, I end up doing that a lot, but I track their cooldowns. If I see DM go down, especially because they nerfed it recently, I'll just check them out. And it's pretty easy to predict when the Ryan's gonna drop his shield, so I try to stick to that.
That's true. Good points. One more question, Lokai. You had Bob on one team fight in Hanamura, and you sent it out right into Fancy Bunny when Fancy Bunny was charging in. Was that on purpose? Were you like, all right, Bob, take this L for the team, or was that just
Honestly,
accidental?
We called for Bob Shatter, and I knew the Reinhardt was going to charge, and I was hoping that they would. Sometimes with the interaction, if the Bob actually gets a little bit of head start, they actually have the same interaction with the Ryan versus Ryan charge.
Yeah.
And they both. But it was a little late, so unfortunately, you got pinned.
It's unfortunate for Robert there. Any more questions from the chat? They're saying scripted answer, paid answers. They want to know where Carboy is. What else? Arissa Hog Numbani defense without Bastion strat, question mark, question mark. I don't know if that's you guys. Did you guys run that? I know you guys
No.
had the
No, we've
Marissa.
never done that.
That was just sort of like, let's throw things out there. Like, hey Kev, what do you want to run? Kev was like, I want to run hog.
No, like even unprompted, he was like, "I want to run hog."
Yeah.
This whole map, I want to run hog.
And he was like, "Let me play hog." I was like, "Okay."
Who are we to deprive the audience of Kev's beautiful, luscious hog? I mean, come on.
Now, I do think I did see your hog for a second there on Gibraltar. Is that right?
I didn't play on Gibraltar.
Oh gosh, what was I smoking? Okay, I don't know what I was.
Zach was on hog for a hot second.
Okay, that's what I saw. Okay, because I thought that was very big brained. You know, like that's something I would see like a Overwatch League team do. Like just do like something for a second and then just like immediately switch because it didn't work out and like you lose like 1% of ult, but that's fine. So I thought that was interesting.
We got a pick with it the last game against Nevermore.
Oh, that's crazy, crazy. Well, anyways, I think that's gonna be it. Unless Abizzle, you had anything else to say to maybe to Kev, maybe if you want to like beg him to come play Overwatch with you or talk to you or something.
Oh no, that's fine, man. I'm retired. I don't really play Overwatch anymore anyway. Now I just watch Owlet. That's my Overwatch.
You watch Owlet, yeah. Yeah, continue watching Owlet at twitch.tv/LuvGangster. That's where all the Owlet action is, not on twitch.tv/Owlet
Best
tournament.
North American tournament.
Yeah,
the
for
best
sure.
North American tournament.
For sure, for sure. So you guys have a good break. It's 2.5 weeks, is that correct?
That feels right.
That feels
Feels
right.
about right.
Alright, so
Yeah.
enjoy your 2.5 week break. My name's LuvGangster. This is Abizzle. Peace, guys.
Peace. Thanks for casting us.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can I
And
disconnect now?